A man of height stood in front of his ship, jaw agape. His blue jacket mismatched his yellow and black striped trousers. He stood there dumbfoundedly and confusedly. Only a day ago, his vessel was nothing short of an eyesore, barely able to handle the sea, barely able to handle a voyage from his dock to the town over. However, in a night, or at least to his understanding in a night, it became the most immaculate ship of his fleet. The vessel seemed to have grown 10 feet in height and 20 feet in length. It was here he stayed in befuddlement for quite some time until he heard a voice behind him.
Captain, I found Chip. Where are you?
The captain turned around and he met two of his crewmen behind him. The one he sent to fetch Chip, named Gabriel, and of course, Chip himself. Gabriel had already seen the magnificent transformation of the boat, whereas Chip had not. Chip stood there in absolute astonishment for some time, almost unable to hear the words of his captain.
Chip me boy, I saw the note you left on the boat. How did you do this, Chip? How on earth could you have done this overnight?
Chip hesitated for a few moments before responding.
Oh, you saw my note. Yeah. You mind if I get it back? I want to see what, how my handwriting looks. I wrote it when I was a little rummed up, so I want to make sure it was legible.
The captain obliged Chip's request with a ear-to-ear smile. Chip only glanced briefly at the note that was most certainly in his handwriting, although he knew he had never written such a note. Before Chip could actually read the note, the captain grabbed him by his shoulders and shook him.
Me boy! I can't believe you did this for me. Oh my goodness. You're like one of my own sons with these kinds of gifts. You're better than my sons with these kinds of gifts. Ain't nobody, my mama, my daddy ever done nothing like this for me in my life. I can't believe it, Chip. Thank you, me boy. How much did this run you?
Chip darted his eyes back and forth, doing his best to appear confident and appear not criminal. He only responded with the first thing his synapses could give him.
It cost a little bit. I've been saving up for a while. I just, working on a ship that ain't worth sailing. It's hard, and I figured if you'd have been able to do it yourself, you'd have taken care of it. But I had a friend, and he owed me a favor, so...
Chip was unable to continue his lie as the captain pulled out his coin purse, and a few shillings met Chip's hands.
This is all I can really afford right now, my boy. Please, take it. If you already paid for it, then consider this payment one. I'm gonna make sure that what you did is worth your while. I'm lost for words, my boy. Take this, go into town, get yourself a better room. I know you're staying at that little piddly inn. Go ahead and find yourself somewhere better. Get yourself a little woman, maybe one a little prettier than you normally could get yourself. And, you and her get some nice rum, get some nice ales, and you get yourself some nice tail.
Chip glanced at the coins in his hand. It was quite a bit of money, and considering he, in actuality, had not spent any money on fixing the ship, It was quite a bit more than he deserved, let alone expected. Once again, before Chip could respond, the captain responded for him by turning him by his shoulders, twisting him upon his heels, pushing him away from the dock, and urging him to head back to town and enjoy his extra day off. Chip bade no argument. He walked away in a befuddled stupor. He spoke aloud.
What in the hell is going on?
Only minutes before, he awoke to a clatter at his door. He was quickly grabbed by the arm the moment the door was ajar and pulled towards the dock. Upon arriving at the dock, he saw a stupefied captain gazing at a ship that most certainly was not his ship. The captain yelled at him as if he had done something amazing, and then gave him a bunch of money that he most certainly did not earn. And that curious note that he did not have the time to read, how was it written in his hand? These thoughts left him as he heard a all too familiar noise. It was the gurgling of his stomach. Somehow his subconscious, or his body, was now aware that he had more than enough money to purchase breakfast, and he felt the need to do just that. Chip's mind then shifted to an upcoming meal. He walked past the tavern on the square, of which he had been staying and eating their complimentary one dinner a day meal that consisted of nothing other than corn porridge and a loaf of bread that was left over from breakfast, towards a more elegant-looking building, known only as the Henry. Chip took his place at the bar. He ordered a traditional English-style breakfast, including baked beans, and enjoyed a nice pint of ale. Sadly, before the suds had the chance to wash over him and give him a sensation of warmth, he found another patron was next to him. He had not seen this patron before. He actually presumed he was at the bar completely alone. However, this man seemed to have manifested out of nowhere. This man in the black suit with the rose-colored tie. He held a rat on his shoulder. Good evening, everyone. Old Drunky here. I hope that you enjoyed that The Devil's Rat Part 3. This is actually going to be a bit of a soft edit without extra ambient music. As always, trying different things, and I'm hoping that you guys enjoy the story enough to where I can minimize the time making it, and if you don't know, I can continue making it as a off-the-cuff recording. So, I apologize for the edits, or if you prefer, the lack thereof, and if you want something a little more polished, feel free to check out some of my other work. The Devil's Rat is an exclusive thing that I'm doing that is, like I said, off the cuff, and kind of just something I'm doing for fun, to get better at voice acting as well as to flex my artistic muscles. So, with all that being said, like, subscribe, please share my work in any social media or blog or vlog that you have, and with all that being said, here's to you.